Exactly.
Should be free.
And then we're ready for Preachers of Detroit, since they put Detroit on these couple of last episodes.
When's that coming?
Pastors of Detroit should be coming out in 2015, and I know the lineup for that was, the only people I know is they have 2 women pastors. I know Dorinda Clark Cole is going to be there, and Pastor Ellis up in Detroit. So that should be good to see women in there. And when y'all get to Atlanta, please, I want to see Bishop Eddie Long. Don't do that. Don't do that. Why do you do that?
Well, what? Because I didn't even know you were going to say Eddie Long. I thought you were just going to...
Don't do that, that's not cool. When y'all get to Atlanta, I would love to see Bishop Eddie Long, Juanita Bynum, even though I don't know if she's still pastoring out there or not. I would love to see her on Preachers of LA. I really want to know what her story is, because besides the pulpit, I'm sure she has a very interesting life that a lot of people want to know about, and I'm one of those people. I'm serious.
But I don't think she'll need to be on Preachers of LA. She just need to have her own...
No, I mean
Preachers of
Atlanta. I would love to see her, because she's based out of that area, so I would love to hear her
and
story.
And shout out to Titus, who tagged me in a post about it. I gotta go read it.
About
and I think it said Ambassador Juanita Bynum.
Yeah, she's an ambassador for. Until next time, I'm your guy Dawson.
And I'm Denise.
Peace.
I don't have time for this. And guess what? F it. I quit. Remember that lady did that over there? Hello! And welcome to another exciting edition of the Dawson and Denise Show. I'm about to tell him that in a minute. I was just practicing. But if you keep on selling out, you've been talking about me just off camera the whole day. I have on pink. Breast cancer is near and dear to our hearts. He's representing football. We want to give you both in one show. So you know what I'm saying? But we're here and we're giving our review on episode 7, like I said, on the Preachers of LA.
Preachers of LA, whatever. Vasectomy, Sobriety, and Returning to the Pulpit. Episode 7, which was really good.
It was.
It was pretty good. It was pretty good.
It picked up from last week, because last week I was like,
yeah, they needed prayers on this episode, and so does the Oakland Raiders. Hope y'all get it together.
Yeah, you said they
keep changing coaches back to back. So come on, y'all. Enjoying football season though. Shout out to my Redskin team. I had Redskins last week.
So when you gonna put the Dolphins jersey? I'm gonna wear my Dolphins jersey.
And they've been doing pretty good. They've been winning, but Dolphins.
I wear my Dolphins jersey next week, because you're not just gonna keep doing
Kansas City Chiefs. Shout out to y'all too.
See?
Dolphins on my team. So
whatever.
I ain't. Anyway, moving on. Preachers of LA. Let's get on out here. Vasectomy, Sobriety, and Returning to the Pulpit. First, we start off with Dietrich and Dominique are now in Detroit. Dietrich is back with his family, from last episode, and now he's talking with his dad about, being, restored as the former pastor of the church, and really having his father put his blessings on his life, and to pray for him and Dominique.
I'm doing like Dietrich. Hello? Hey, Angels. Thank you for lying on me. That was Dietrich all the way.
That was Dietrich all the way. We're going to get to that. So Dad says that's cool. We're going to do that. So we move on from that scene and go with Maisha and Bishop Wayne Chaney. They're having a nice little kind of like date party or whatever outside, or like nice loungy like LA. I love LA, y'all. And so they bring out the little wine glasses, and she starts talking to him about having more kids. He said, we good. We got 3. I'm good. And so she said, let's have a, snip, kind of thing. And he's like, no. What do you think about that? Do you think, because for a guy, once we do that, we can't.
I think is it easier for you to reverse it? So it might be easier for you to reverse.
Yeah, because I think there have been situations where guys have still had kids, even though they got that. Sometimes, like with women when they get their tubes tied, sometimes they're still able to have kids. But
I'm just saying to reverse it if you ever get
reverse it. Yeah. I don't know. I never thought
I just would have been careful. Just be extra careful or something.
Well, they want to do that because they're the sexual couple, and they said that they want to
be
free spirits. And he said, that's his manhood. He messed with my manhood. And she's
I don't know. That's kind of hard.
What?
To go and to either mate to do that, because it's like it just feels. I would feel a sense of guilt because nothing might you wish that your marriage lasts forever, but we all know that's not the case.
Not in most cases.
then you're stuck with a vasectomy. You might meet someone
that you
want to have a baby with and share something
person.
with, and then you can't. But the other person is okay to live life and have another baby and do whatever. So I think if one's going to do it, both should.
This scene right here, let me tell y'all, Dietrich is the star of this show. Jesus is a star, but Dietrich he stands out. Jesus Christ Superstar is one of my favorite musicals on Broadway. But look here, Dietrich. I know Dietrich is like, he's a standout guy, but you know, I just think Dietrich, a lot of them.
You say you didn't feel it.
I didn't feel that because he gets up, he gets first, the pastor, his dad calls him and Dominique to the front and he lays hands on them, which is cool. You know, I've seen that done in church before too. And then he tells the congregation that he wants to reinstate, you know, and he'll put a blessing on their former pastor and he's going to preach for them. And then he blesses Dominique and says everything that, you know, he's gone through that you've had to endure. And Dominique was like, yeah, that's true, because she's endured a lot as well.
Name calling, she said, and I can imagine.
Yeah. A lot of people went in. So this whole scene, I mean, the church was happy to have him reinstated. His parents was there. Even some of the troops, his aunts were there from his biological father and stuff. It was good to see that. But when he took the mic and got up to speak, the crowd was not sincere to me.
I don't know. You've never been in a place where you went from crying to laughing, or even laughing to crying?
Because let's jump the scene. When he meets with Jay at the end and he goes down about to cry again, that didn't seem sincere to me either. It just seemed like he knows when to turn on for the camera. He's like a little kid. He's a grown man when he want to be. Then he turned into a kid. And you know, everybody has those things.
But a lot of times, like, my laugh and my cry is almost the same thing.
Okay. So then Dietrich gets to preaching. He goes in there preaching.
Wait. What you mean okay? My laugh and my cry is the same. So why you just want to tell me okay?
I've seen you cry like once in my life, and I've known you for like forever. So I don't even know how to take that. So exactly. Exactly. So Dietrich goes on and he preaches, and then you like his sermon when he's talking about call up my haters. He takes the phone. He needs a prop. And tell them, hey, the man is preaching.
He's visual.
Exactly. He takes the prop and starts calling my haters, tell them thank you for lying on me, thank you for doing this to me, thank you for doing that to me. People running, jumping, shouting, crying, and that was good for him. I'm happy that finally, after a whole year and 7 episodes, we can finally put this mess behind us with you and Demeter. I'm happy you and Dominique are doing well. Whatever happened in the past, in the beginning, man, we really don't care no more. It's like it's played out. Demeter done came on YouTube and said what she had to say about it. She's married. She's moved on. Dietrich with Dominique. Dietrich move on. So y'all, please, let's move on. Yeah.
So
done with that.
Dawson's had enough of it.
I'm done with it. So we back over in LA with Pastor Ron and his
done
niece.
with that too?
I'm done with Detroit and all that.
No, I mean, you done with Pastor Ron?
I'm over Pastor Ron.
Getting haircuts on camera.
Pastor Ron is going to take his niece Erica and her kids to get haircuts and to buy clothes. He had talked to his wife about that. Wife said, okay, let's go buy them clothes. I'm thinking he's going to take them to Old Navy, to Ross, to, somewhere to the mall or somewhere. This dude takes these kids to a suit shop. I
get it. No, I get it.
Just
like he said, you dress good, you feel good. These guys we got away from that. We got away from
Pastor Ron has to stop trying to make people be like him. Everybody's not going to be that old.
He's successful?
Successful as a pastor, but everybody's not going to be a pastor.
But they can be successful and dress the part.
Okay, well...
and have experience of having a tailored suit.
Okay.
That was a great experience for our young black men to go into somewhere and have something tailored to fit you.
Okay, but everybody who wears, who can I say? Russell Simmons doesn't wear suits at all, and he's very successful. Spike Lee doesn't wear suits at all, and he's very successful.
But I bet you when he goes get a suit,
see them, they don't. But that's the thing. You can't make anybody say because you put on a suit you're gonna be successful.
He
like you want the image so much.
Good.
No, he wants to make them like him. You take those young boys to Macy's, you ain't gotta get them no pants or nothing that's hanging down on them. But they with suits.
I like a man in a suit.
Well, these are young boys. Come on, I see if they were like going off to college, and I think every man needs a suit.
Remember pictures from back in the days when we thought a lot of ourselves, like even in the 50s, and you see these young men used to have on their suits. Young boys have on suits going to school.
Okay. How many times do we see Steve Jobs in a suit? How many times do we see what's his name, dude, who made Windows in a suit? He's never in a suit.
But what does that have to do with being a black male in a suit and feeling good?
I'm just saying. But then, how many times have we seen Bill Cosby rarely puts on a suit now? I mean, come on.
You see him when he goes different places?
Yeah, and now he's just more calm. I just don't think it takes that. That's just my opinion. I think for this that Ron was trying to make them like him. These are young boys. Buy them your own boy clothes. I mean, come on. We understand you're a preacher. You try to be Mr. Pimp Daddy Preacher. But these young boys, don't turn it on for the camera. And let's jump on that scene. They finally did meet. The family has a big family reunion type gathering because, you know, Sean getting out. She's been sober almost 10 months now. Mm-hmm. Bishop Ron's mom was there. His mom was very lovely.
Mind you, for the how many times?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for as many times as Sean been sober, it's been tons of times.
Right, so her daughter is afraid to let her back in, and rightfully so. And again, you come with the get over it attitude.
Yeah, because mom, I mean, you know, I've had, like I said, I've had people in my family who've been addicted and all that kind of stuff. But for those who have not had people addicted and don't understand the scenario when it keeps happening over and over again, I liken this to when a young boy who comes out of the hood, graduates from high school or college, he gets cards, he gets, you know, hey, good job, you know, they'll acknowledge him. But when Cousin JoJo or Ratman or Trey being in the prison for 5 years, they get out and we give them a big block party and everybody coming and dropping it like it's hot, everybody pouring, looking and everything. That's what I like in this too. It's like, the young boy who went to college, all he gets is, yeah, you did it, man. Yeah, that's good. Keep doing it because you're supposed to do that. But look where our emphasis on little JoJo or Ratman who done got out of prison for 5 years for committing a crime that he did do, and we shut down the whole block and throw him a block party. Mm-hmm. Graduation, going to prison. That's what I like in this too, because it seems like Erica said, you've had all the attention throughout my life. Yep. It's always been about you. And here she is in her 30s, years later, and we still throwing you a sobriety?
Right.
Like, come on. Like
every year. Every time you fall off and get back on.
Exactly.
And which is cool. And like we said, you don't allow anyone to hold you to your past, but we're talking about your daughter. Yeah. You took so much from her, and it wasn't right for you to say, move on or get over it.
Exactly. And she Jay meets up with Dietrich. They have a conversation. One thing Dietrich said that I resonate with, Dietrich said, growing up in the church, I've always been, I've never had a chance to be human. I've always had to be on, you know, like the good boy, the narrow path, you know, can't do any good, families in ministry. I understand that. I felt the same way. There was no judgment like the judgment of church people. I didn't care. It was like, and my grandma instilled that on us. Don't have them call y'all out. Don't have them do this. So when you grow up with that. And, you know, even some of my aunts and uncles, when we go back to my grandma's church, they be like, oh, I hope they don't call me out and say, because you know how they talk. And, like, for me, I had to really get away from that. So I know what Dietrich is going through right there from that whole mindset of the church, or they're going to judge you and criticize you. When I saw that most of their family and their children were just as messed up as any of us was. So I didn't, it kind of made me human because it's like nobody's perfect, only God is perfect. So I totally understood what Dietrich was going through right then, but then I didn't like the little fake cry he pulled at the table. That's just me. That's just me. Dietrich is an actor. That's why he got a spin-off show, Fix My Choir. Fix My Choir. Because Dietrich is good for television. But he has validity to his story, but he's also good. He's animated. So whatever he does, it's going to be like, it's a love-hate relationship with Dietrich.
Yeah.
You know.
And I can relate.
You can relate. You like Dietrich, don't you?
Yeah, I'm just saying, because a lot of people love
animation. Yeah, because you have that. You have that a lot. So Dietrich and Jay, they go ahead and they, you know, resolve whatever issues. Jay apologized. Dietrich apologized. What you think about this scene? I know I've been talking a lot because I'm kind of over a lot of stuff. I want Bishop and Loretta. Y'all can tell I want my Bishop.
I know it's been 2 weeks, so no, but that was good. I'm glad they put it behind them. And it was the power of the female body part that made him say, you know what? Okay, I gotta apologize because that's not worth my home.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but that was good. I'm
because Dominique and what's her name? Miss Hassett. Yeah, they said they were gonna cut them off, put them in the doghouse. I'm sure they were joking because you don't ever want to do that in a relationship. You don't want to cut your husband off or cut your wife off, which I don't know too many men who be doing that. And nothing to cut that. Are you really gonna sing that song while we're doing a review for the preachers and pastors of LA?
You wanna know what I did in the church?
I don't know. No, please. I am still trying to convert this girl. Anyway, so yeah, so good episode tonight.